What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my haunted childhood. This is going to be part 3. So, a long time ago, I had this friend, and I used to go to church with her in the country. And I grew up Catholic, but, I would go to her church because I liked it. I liked it. I really felt the spirit at her church. Like, I really felt moved. But it was like out in the country. And, I would go there with her and her family. And this is probably, God, 20, 30 some years ago. One day, church was done. And I noticed like there was this road beside the church. It was like the church. Wooded area, and then I noticed there was like a road, and I was like, where's that road go to? And she was like, oh, immediately she was like, don't ever go up that road, don't ever go up that road. I'm like, okay. And I asked why. She's like, there's a very old African-American cemetery up there that's supposedly very haunted. Immediately I was like, that sparked my curiosity because, of all my experiences, I was like, oh, I'm going up that damn road one day. I'm curious now. And she's telling me like people live up there and everything, but it's very creepy. It's very haunted. There's a lot of woods. It's a very bumpy road. It's like a dirt road, gravel. And I was like, okay, I won't go up that road. So at the time, I was hanging out with my other friend, too. She was my best friend, and I do not talk to her anymore. We're not going to get into that. A lot of shit went down. But anyway, so I was telling her, my other friend, about this road. I go to this church every Sunday and about this road, and she was like, oh, we're going up that road, because she's very into like the paranormal and everything like that also. And I think that's why we like clicked. Well, other things too, but I think that's why we like clicked a lot, is because we were both like very into the paranormal, watched all the paranormal shows, and this would discuss it. You know what I'm saying? So one night we decided to go up to the road. I'm the type of person, okay, when I'm driving, like, I know sounds so stupid, but like for me to concentrate, I have to turn the radio off. Like, I have to have silence. So we're going up this road. We finally pull in. It's dark. Because we waited till dark to go in. And I'm going up this, and we're like, the road's very bumpy, and it's going up this hill, and there's nothing but trees. Like, you pass the church, you see the church, and it's like nothing but trees. And I'm talking like it's a good half mile from the main road, maybe even farther. And we're going, I'm like, this shit's creepy, because there's nothing there. I mean, it's out in Maryland. It was out in a town near Poolsville, Maryland. Barnesville, I don't know. But, so we're going up to the road. And we're going really slow. And I'm thinking, she told me somebody lives up here. I'm like, I can't believe people live up here. Like, there's no effing way. So we get to the top of the hill. And the road turns, and you enter a freaking old cemetery, and it's like broken up. There's like, you could tell it hasn't really been tended to. It's foggy. All of a sudden, it's freaking foggy, and we're like, holy shit, this shit is creepy. And we're going through the cemetery, Because, like, it's weird. Like, you get to the top of the hill, and you have to turn, and you have to go through the cemetery. And it's like all these tombstones, broken up cemetery plots. Like, people were, like, grave digging or something in there. And we keep, like, seeing, like, lights in the distance, like flashes of lights. I'm like, what the hell's that? And she's like, I don't know. Just keep going. Just keep going. So we keep going through it. And I'm like, I want to get the hell out of here now. Like, I feel like just eyes are on us. Like, who is this person? And you're going through the cemetery around. Then you go, like, make a circle. And then I see this house. And I'm like, really? And, you know, there's, like, lights on. But it's like this creepy looking house. And there's a dog. And I see a dog. And there's a dog outside. And he's, like, barking. And he's got red eyes. Because it's dark. And he's like, and I'm like, oh, shit. You know, we're here late. It's probably, like, 10:30, 11:30 at night. Like, this dog's gonna bark and wake these people up, but no one ever looked out the window, came out, nothing. So we're like, oh my God, go get the hell out. This dog looked like a chupacabra, basically. Like, it literally looked like a chupacabra. So I'm like kind of trying to floor it, but you can't really go fast because, you know, the road is like, it's so bumpy, rocky, potholes, and, you know, I'm trying to navigate, and I have a little shit car. Like, that car was, like, possessed. That's a whole story within itself. So we go around the circle, through the cemetery, go around back, because that's the only way you can go. I'm like, this is the only way to this person's house is through a cemetery. And I go back, you kind of pass the house and then you go back to the road, but you can't get to the house. It's weird. You couldn't get to the house right away. Like, you had to go through the damn cemetery. Like, it was the weirdest thing. And, so we pass the house. We're like, okay, let's get out of here. That was interesting, to say the least. We saw flashes of light. We didn't really hear anything. But anyway, on our way out, we're like, oh God, let's get out of here. We're going back down, and I'm going slow because the road is going downhill, and everything's off in the car. Like, there's no music playing. And all of a sudden, we hear from in the woods, I looked at her, my friend. She looked at me. And we're like, oh my God, get the fuck out of here. And as soon as I said, get the fuck out of here, the radio came on full blast. Which, if you know me, you know I have never had the radio on full blast. I don't do that. I like it a little loud sometimes, but never all the way up. And they were playing Tupac. Holler if you hear me. Yeah, holler if you... What? Like, Tupac's been dead for many years. Because this happened in, like, I don't know, 2002? As soon as that scream, I look over and I see this, like, white flash of light just go out in the woods. It was like, scream. We're like, get the fuck out of here. Light. Tupac. I'm rushing down the hill. I'm like, she's like, go, go, go. I'm like, I can't go like 50 miles an hour down this hill on this rocky driveway in the woods. I can't. There's tree branches. There's potholes like the size of a house. Like, I'm like, okay, yeah. So finally we made it to, I was like, thank you, Jesus. We've made it to the main road by the church of where I used to go. And I'm like, that was crazy. So then we start driving. We're in like Poolsville, on the outskirts of Poolsville. We're going back toward, I don't know if you guys probably have no idea where I'm talking about. That's fine. But we're on the backs, how do I say this? The backside of like Gaithersburg, Maryland. Like going into like a town called Dirtroad. And then you go to like Gaithersburg. But anyway, we're on the backside. And we're driving. There's no one on the road. I mean, it's probably like midnight, 12:30 at this point. And we're driving. And we see this car with the lights on. And we're like, oh, don't think anything of it, And we see this guy outside his car. The lights are on, like the headlights. We look at the car. The car looks like something from the 1950s. And we both see it with our own eyes. And the guy is just standing there in front of the headlights. He looked like someone that was from the 1950s, dressed like white t-shirt, rolled up. I could see the roll up sleeves. I could see the cigarette pack in his sleeves. Greaser looking guy. Hair slicked back. Jeans. Black shoes. Blood. We saw the blood on his shirt. There was like blood on his shirt. Okay? And he's just staring into space. Like he's standing right in front of his car on the side of the road, staring into space. Like, we looked at each other like, are you seeing this? Like, literally, I knew, and she knew, we both knew that was like a phantom, a spirit, a ghost. I said, I have to, I can't even talk. I was like, I have to go back. And she's like, why? I said, because I think that was not real. And so we came up on this road. I think it was like Black Rock Road. I don't know. Turned onto the road, turned around, went back. That car, that guy was not there. He was not there anymore. So I'm like, okay, yeah, it's time to go. Like, we're hanging out, but I'm like, it's time to effing go back to civilization, back to like normalcy here. So we're driving back, and we're heading into like, okay, at the time I lived in Germantown, Maryland. Oh, I fucking hate that place. Hated Montgomery County, Maryland. But anyway, she lived near Potomac, Maryland. And all of a sudden, we're driving. We're heading up to the town of like Durwood. This is not paranormal, but this is just still creepy. Is that we came upon a police barricade roadblock. And it's late. It's late, so there's not a lot of cars. So we're just like sitting, waiting, I guess. And then we see this cop. And I was like, ask him like, what's going on? Because I mean, it's like late. We didn't really see anything. It was like a police barricaded roadblock in front of there was a house, and you could see that cops and stuff were in the house, and there was tape. And we're like, what's going on? Like, I just want to go home now, because like we're both creeped out. And so I was like, ask him. And she's like, no, you ask him. Because she was never brave enough, I guess, to ask, to do shit. I don't know. Anyway, so I asked the cop, I was like, what's going on? And he's like, literally, this cop tells us that some guy killed his family and then killed himself. And I'm like, ow, that's great. Super. So yeah, some guy had killed his family and then killed himself. So it was like a young family, like I don't understand why people do shit like this. Just, I guess, had enough and like bucked off and blah, blah, blah. I'm just gonna kill my whole family and then kill myself. And there was like little kids involved, and this happened probably in like 2000. This was like 2002. So anyway, that was my paranormal story. This is part 3. There is more. I do have many more stories of the paranormal. Not everything is like, I do have to say, like, not everything is just like, wow, woo, scary. Some things are very subtle. Spirits don't usually come, they don't usually come like, oh, I'm going to scare you. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. That was a creepy night. That was like literally, whether you believe, I know people are going to be on my comments being like, oh, that was a fox. No, that wasn't a fucking fox. I know what a fox sounds like. A fox sounds like someone being tortured, murdered in the woods. This sounded more like what are those called? Like a screaming banshee. Like, it sounded like a banshee. And we saw a big, huge, like a size of a person flash of like light that was flowy and go into the woods. But anyway, that was my story. That was the creepiest shit. And I hope you enjoyed it. And stay tuned for part 4. Because there's more. Mwah. Love you. Bye.